Top leader of Islamic militants who was sheltered by bomb party arrested. Minorities are disappointed due to non-implementation of election promises by the government. Allegation of corruption in projects allocated for indigenous peoples against Godagari UNO. Construction of Alikadam Kurukpata Paumuhuri Road in Bandarban destroying the livelihood of Jumma people. PCP and Hill Women's Federation demand primary education in mother tongue of indigenous peoples. The indigenous peoples' language of the country are on the verge of extinction. These were the news in last week. Now details. On February 21, the police arrested one of the founders of Jamatul Ansar Hilvindal Sharokia named Mohibullah. He was once associated with Harkatul Jihad Bangladesh. It is reported that he used to give jihadi speeches to Islamic militants at the camp of KNF known as Bomb Party in Ruma. The KNF has been providing shelter and training to international Islamic terrorist militants in their camps in return for money since 2020. In a meeting with Awami League General Secretary Obadil Kader in Dhaka on February 19, the Bangladesh Hindu Buddhist Christian Oikya Porishad stated that if the election promises of the government are not implemented, the minorities will be discouraged from casting their votes in the next election. The leaders of Oikya Porishad said that as the general elections are approaching, multifaceted attacks on the minorities are intensifying day by day. On February 19, Jatiyo Adibashi Porishad protested against Godagari Upazila Nirbahi Officer Jani Alam for corruption and irregularities in the project funds allotted for the indigenous peoples in Rajshahi. At this time, the indigenous leaders demanded immediate removal of the Nirbahi officer from Godagari. In a media briefing on February 20, Major of 16 ECB of the Army and Project Officer Muhammad Ishraqul Haq said that the Alikadam Jalanipara Kurukpata Paumuhuri Road in Bandarban is awaiting for inauguration. It is to be noted that this road has been built affecting 60 families of Mro, Tripura and Marma communities in 13 villages of Kurukpara Union of Alikadam Upazila. Due to the construction of this road, the houses of 39 families of Kurukpara Union have been evicted. The plantation of 26 families and the Jum farming land of 3 families have been damaged. They have even been threatened to leave their homesteads and move elsewhere. Out of 60 families, 45 families belong to Mro community, 23 families from Tripura and 2 families belong to Marma community. In a human chain formed at Rangamati on February 20 on the occasion of International Mother Language Day, Pahari Chhatra Parishad and Hill Women's Federation demanded introduction of mother tongue education in primary level and 5% quota for indigenous students in higher educational institution in accordance with the Chittagong Hill Tracts Accord of 1997. Meanwhile, PCP and Bangladesh Student Union demanded state recognition of language of all indigenous nationalities in a human chain organized at Chittagong University campus on February 31st. There are 45 languages spoken by more than 54 indigenous ethnic groups in the country. Among them, 40 languages have been identified as endangered by the International Mother Language Institute. Most of the indigenous languages in the northern part of the country are on the verge of extinction. In Koira Upazila of Khulna district, indigenous Mundas have their own language named Mundari. It has no written form. The alphabet has been lost in the evolution of time. Due to the lack of patronization, the oral form of this language is also on the verge of extinction today. Meanwhile, the study of an NGO called SEAL has revealed that 4 indigenous languages of Greater Sylhet region such as Kanda, Hudi, Patra and Banai are in an endangered state. On the other hand, the Remington language in the CHT is critically endangered. Only 8 people speak this language now. With the death of those 8 elders, the language will also die. At present, only 2 persons can speak the indigenous Kharia language in Molabibajar district. But they also don't get a partner to talk to, because all of their people speak Bengali language. In 2017, the government took the initiative to publish textbook in 6 indigenous languages. This initiative is now 6 years past, but it is alleged that books in Sadri language have not been supplied to any schools in the northern region. In this way, the language of the indigenous people of the country is disappearing due to the lack of patronage and the dominance of Bengali language. The International Mother Language Institute has taken up a project to preserve and develop indigenous languages, but due to lack of manpower, funds and resources, this project is running slowly, facing multifaceted problems. Bureau Report, Hill Voice TV. Keep on watching Hill Voice TV for unreported human rights violations.